Hello guys, welcome back to another how-to video. I hate saying that, but that's just the reality of it. It's literally a how-to. So this is going to be a how to get consistent day trades and consistent swings using my favorite setup, which is with the Samurai Squeeze Pro. This is not a free indicator, by the way. You guys can check it out in the description. It's 65% off for all the people watching this video. This video is going to be enlisted, so it's not going to be marketed or whatever. It's just to the people who clicked on the link to this video. So before you leave, we're also going to be using the Bollinger Band, so you'll be able to use it, but I highly recommend the Samurai Squeeze Pro as well. So what I look for in the Samurai Squeeze Pro is three things. I want to see a light blue candle, which stands for an uptrend, a dark blue candle, which stands for a pause in the uptrend, red candle for a downtrend, yellow for a pause in the downtrend. So an indication there's divergences that happen in this histogram. There is a bullish divergence here where it goes from yellow to light blue, so a pause in a downtrend to an uptrend, and then bearish divergence where, take a guess, it goes from a pause in the uptrend into a downtrend. So there are ways to capitalize on this. So let's go over what these dots are, because these are the most important parts of this indicator. A black dot, as you can see here, means there's a low squeeze happening. A green means the squeeze is released. Red means a mid squeeze is happening, which is just shorts and buyers fighting over pressure. So that's squeezing the stock, causing it to consolidate, as you can see right here. And then orange is a high compression squeeze. This is my favorite setup here when I see orange on yellow candles about to go over to blue. So right here, we're going to be on the 4-hour using Gamestop as a swing, as just an example. So right here, you guys can see we have orange, a high squeeze going into mid and then releasing. And this is all forming a bullish divergence. And now if we go into the chart, you guys can also see how the Bollinger Bands were tightly squeezing. And then from there, once it started to disperse, remember from the last video, pinch and disperse, it started pinch, disperse, high squeeze going into bullish divergence. You would place your buy option right about around $40, and then as you can see, it ran up to 200, basically 5xing your investment. So this doesn't always work like that, so we can go on to something such as Wayfair. And if I just remove the drawing so you guys can see, we're gonna actually go on to the, I'd say, 1 hour, and this is my favorite time frame to use. This is the 1 hour. As you guys can see, these are 1 hour and 4 hour for swings, 5-minute and 15-minute for day trades, mainly 5-minute. But for the swing here, we're just gonna look here. We're gonna see, as shown in the previous example, orange candles or orange dots, and then a bullish divergence occurring. So right around there, you guys can also see that the Bollinger Bands were pinching from opening up. They pinched, created this slow motion, and then you would enter around this circled area. This would be your entry point, so around 250-ish or 255. And once you see that pinch and disperse, and then you see it going into its bullish divergence from a pause in a downtrend to an uptrend, you would have caught from 255 all the way to 342. That is almost a $100 move on a large cap stock. And my main setup here is getting that bullish divergence, getting a nice squeeze, either a mid or high squeeze, and also getting a Bollinger Band pinch and squeeze, or pinch, squeeze, and disperse. So if you guys aren't familiar with the Bollinger Bands, go check out my last video. It's in one of my previous tweets. So let's go into a stock like SPY. For SPY, I day traded this on Friday. As you can see, we have some drawings here. I'm just gonna remove them for time's sake. We're gonna get our brush. As you guys can see, we had bullish divergence happen here, low squeeze. We don't play those. We want these mid or high squeezes. We don't have a high squeeze here. We have a mid squeeze. And on my favorite setup, the Bollinger Bands are pinching. We have yellow to light blue happening, which is bullish divergence. And we also have a mid squeeze. Right when it starts to release, you would have entered on this candle. So this ended around 376, and then you would have been able to run it up to 384. So you would have caught this entire move alongside the Bollinger Bands and the Samurai Squeeze Pro. So I'm gonna actually hop into another stock. Let's just figure out something. Let's just say Fubo, since a lot of people like Fubo, and a lot of people are always asking me about Fubo. Fubo is a great stock in my opinion to play this on, especially on the 4-hour first swing. So I'm gonna remove the drawings and go over here for another example. We had a mid squeeze happening, and not all our criteria was met. We never had yellow candles, but what we did have was the Bollinger Band squeeze, the mid squeeze happening, pinch and disperse, and you would have caught a move from $30 all the way to 60, doubling your money on a mid cap stock. So that is my favorite type of setup to play, either in a day trade, a swing trade, is I love to see a mid to high squeeze happening on a bullish divergence with the Bollinger Bands pinching and dispersing, and that's where I would enter on the pinch and on a yellow to light blue on the histogram, and that's where I would place my call option or just buy the stock straight up. So if you guys are interested in the Samurai Squeeze Pro, links in the description, and the Bollinger Bands are completely free. You guys can get them on Thinkorswim and TradingView. Just type in Bollinger Bands into your strategy. You can get them. If you guys have any questions, please DM me, and we could get it solved, or just comment down below. This video is unlisted, so yeah, you guys can ask questions down below. And remember, protect your capital, preserve your capital, and make sure you guys are living to see another day in the markets. Have a great day. Thank you.